Welcome to Game 6 with my Chaos team, the Graggleback Rog. This is, I'm going up against a team of humans this time, and frankly, despite the fact that I put like a quarter of his team in the entry field, he managed to pull this out. All his freaking humans had block. Well, but like a few. I mean, this guy spread his SPP points out really well. Like, everybody has block. And, except for, I think, one or two players. And then the ones that don't usually had dodge or some sneaky ass shit like that. So, I'm going to give this guy some props. I thought that I could still pull it out when I took out a quarter of his team, but he managed to stop me. So there it is. Okay. So here we go. It's the coin toss.
What's the best tactic against a running beast man?
Now, he kicked off to me, which is some of the stuff I like to do. And as you can see, well, his Ogre doesn't, but that lineman doesn't, but you got block, 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 block. Kick, so he doesn't. Block, block, block. That's a lot of freaking blockers. A lot of blockers. Few blitzers. Maybe not as many as I remember, because most of them are blitzers. Well, shit. You know what? He only had 2 extra blockers, but you know, it made a big difference. He put them in the right places. Yay, I got brilliant coaching. Yippee, Skippy. And here I am just pushing him back. I also did the same misclick twice in a row on this. I mean, literally the almost exact same situation. Twice in a row. It was ridiculous. I didn't think I was clicking that far up. It was crazy. So they're using the Rhino to try to punch a hole in the line. See, I only have one guy with block, so having a bunch of dudes with block is kind of a pain. Oh, there's my misclick right there. Bam, down. I was thinking, oh, well, you know, I moved half my team. There's no way he's going to get the ball. Don't bother re-rolling it. It wasn't a very good roll anyways. It's like 33%. See, a +5. I needed a freaking +5 on that, or eggs wouldn't have done it. And then he does stuff like knock Mr. Tibbs down because he has a lot of guys with blocks that he sticks up there. It is a pretty useful skill. Fortunately, last time Mr. Tibbs upgraded, I had to take Thick Skull because I didn't roll enough. Yep, ran right around. Bam. Although I put some pain on him for that. I thought after I nailed a quarter of his team I'd have an easier time of it, but it ended up coming down to me just kicking his people around most of this game. That's pretty much where I got all my points. There, knocked him over. This is why I like to keep defense in depth, because you know sometimes you just fuck up, or you the other team just does better. And if I wouldn't have had even one guy back here, I wouldn't have been able. I would have, you know, he'd have been down there by himself. With an elf team, that would have been toast. Or Skaven team, man, they'd be gone. Even skinks. But see here, I was able to hit him with Zagnut and get the ball out of his hands. So. knock him down a bit. Frankly, I should have concentrated on that, but with his block, I was a little afraid to go toe-to-toe. And sometimes it kicked me in the butt. I mean, Tibbs got knocked down a bunch of times for that. And he really is the linchpin to a lot of my defense and offense, just because, I mean, he's really good at breaking stuff. I mean, I can get around not having him, but it makes it so much more difficult to play. I don't know how Chaos teams without a Minotaur even do it, because, I mean, Beastmen are okay, but they don't got the muscle power. They don't have block. There's not much special abilities between them. Yeah, Chaos Warriors strong, good agility, high AV, no special skills at all, and their movement allowance kind of blows. I mean, they got horns, but you have to take a running start to hit people. Other than that, they're just about the same as a human being, stat-wise. See, I'll show you. 6338, 6338, bam, and he has got 4 times the skills. Knocked out eggs. I hold on to my apothecaries just in case somebody gets dead. I'll sometimes use them in the last couple rounds if it's a different type of injury. So there he goes, knocking out the people who can shoot him, knocking the ball around. Ball's out over there. He didn't pick it up. Sometimes it's best to leave the ball lie. I have to say, this guy did a very good job. He beat me 2-0, as you can see from the... Oh, did I start this video back then or not? My memory's so shot. Oh, freaking fall. Lame. Went ahead and did that one because, frankly, I needed to get up there. And Wild Animal. That sucked. Really, all I was trying to do is knock this guy around. Wasn't really afraid of his Ogre with all my dudes around there. See, first injury of the game. Bam. And who was that? That was Mr. Bill injuring somebody else. And I'm pushing him back. And I grabbed the... Dropped it! Dropped it because I had to use my my reroll earlier for a stupid freaking going for it. I didn't get to use it then, which kind of sucked. Pushes me back over here. If I remember correctly, he manages to knock Cheese around.
So am I. Just one more step.
And frees him to get the ball really easy.
If the player is pushed here, it will finish in the public.
In
general, fans are much more dangerous than players.
Having to re-roll stupid freaking
Perfect pass. Well played.
I don't have many re-rolls, and having to re-roll a damn going for it really sucked. See up over here what's going down. You only got one, but you know, it's all it takes sometimes. It's got all his good moves out of the way, so doing that at that point wasn't a big deal. Freeing him up to smack around spam over there. You know what? I don't remember what this guy's
Well, that'll shake.
Yeah, he got lucky with the red dice there.
Go big guy. Trample all over.
Yeah. He trying to get away be difficult.
You need balls to score.
See, there it is, blocked. I had to re-roll to keep that from doing it, but he would have probably scored otherwise.
Down.
Stunned. Yep. I should have just left it. That's one of those situations where you just leave the ball lie. I mean, he would have had to run right through my guy. I mean, he could have blitzed with the other person, probably knocked me down and grabbed it anyways, but he was stunned, so big mistake on my part. This guy might have, probably could have knocked him down, but did he have the movement? He might not have had the movement to get in. So I don't think he did. Or did he? He knocked me around. Since he had me pinned to the wall, once he left me there, kind of stopped. Bonehead, that was a benefit to me.
Standing there drooling.
And he set up a good defensive perimeter there. And yeah, he kept on pulling those guys out without having to pay for it. I mean, that's a lot of risks there, and he just managed to roll really well. I mean, it's only 3+, but still 3+. He pulled what, 1, 2, 3, 4 guys out at 3+? That's above average success. There, that, block, took me out. Lost another turn. That is such a useful skill. So useful. So useful. And, yeah. Here's where I decided, you know, his team's like all the way down there. There's no way I'm going to stop him from scoring. So, I'm going to put the pain on him, and I'm going to take out his Ogre. So, I have the biggest, toughest guys on there, because my Chaos Warriors have 1 more strength. And knock the spam out. And, Minotaur has 5, so he has to surround Minotaur with 3 guys just to match strength. Just to match. So taking out Ogre became priority number 1. I figured with the Ogre down, I could really just pound the crap out of him in the second half. And just knock the ever-living crap out of him. Oh.
Nice catch.
Yeah, I figured he decided not to score, which is kind of a smart play. He's going to get the kickoff, so if he can hold off, he gets to basically score and then go again immediately. Which I do like to do when I'm playing a team who's less bashy. Boom. See, here's where I decided to... Look, isn't that convenient? He's already surrounded. So I surround him some more. And if I can take him out, even with a Beastman getting taken out of the game, it's worth it. So I knock him down. Boom. Always fun watching,
The player's fist is approximately
there's
the same size
Mr.
as his
Tibbs.
entire opponent. Fair fight can be so
Bam.
overrated.
Both of us got knocked down. That kind of sucked.
Like this.
Yeah, I stunned him, but I really need to get Mr. Tibbs a block or Juggernaut would almost be better since he blitzes so often. Because I just push the block people back whenever that happens. So keep moving, breaking line, getting in there, getting stuck in there, where his tentacles can really lock people down, force him
It's a solid formation.
to deal with my character, to deal with Mr. Tibbs. Excellent for breaking. If I get a chance to, it's excellent for breaking a cage. See, here I go. Time to foul.
Down, surrounded by
Bam.
This isn't going to be
I'm usually not too lucky on these fouls. And then Mr. Tibbs wild animaled, which kind of sucked. Because he wasn't going, since I was just standing him up and he wasn't going to be pounding somebody. It's a 3. I need to get a 4, 5, or 6 to get him out of there. So it becomes a lot more difficult. When he's charging somebody, though, that's why you charge with him a lot, or block with him a lot. It's kind of a bummer when he gets knocked down, but if he can get knocked down next to a ball carrier for cracking a cage, no, I don't care if they knock him down. If he's still right there, he'll just get right up and charge and bash that people right back. Yep. Now I got one more round. He basically just counted it down. And here I'm going to try to take out that ogre, and I do it, actually. I take him down. And that's 2 injured people on his team. He has 1 backup, so he'll be down 1 player. And he still managed to pull it out. A lot of it has to do with how many people he had with block out there. It is probably one of the most beneficial general skill to have, because it literally makes it. Yep, Rolo's got sent off. Oh, poor Rolo's. But he injured his ogre, so he's down 2. Yep, and he got a touchdown. Well, no duh. Yep, let's pass that halftime. Bypass that. C, dead and injured. I don't have. Well, he's not injured. He's just out because he injured somebody else. But knocking the ogre out is actually, I mean, it was a pretty smart move. I mean, here it goes.
They're short of 1 player. That's a gap that can be filled.
Must be a real kick in the head to have to kick the ball away when you're losing.
You know, push Mr. Tibbs back a little so I can charge. Get my other guys up there. I really need diving tackle on some of these people. Then he can't really dodge very easily. I just skink used that on me. A good effect at 1 game. Really kind of pissed me off, but, you know, what can you do? That's so weird. He got his 3-line of... Actually, this one, he moved his guys around so much that he ran out of time. Which really freaking blows, because stuff actually does happen, and I don't want to skip it for you guys. Oh, God. This Cabal vision is usually pretty good at skipping all that thinking phases, except for here, where he's just running around like a nutball. Running around. You can hear it. Thump, 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 thump. There it is. He ran out of time. Brilliant coaching. We get an extra reroll. Very useful. And,
They're gathering around that lone player, like halflings round
there he goes. He punching on the left side. See. There's a guy with kick, but blitz. He kept really close eye on his guys with blitz. Unfortunately, I only have 1 person with blitz. 1 dude. That, not blitz. Block, with block. And he happens to be... God damn it. Right there, Cheese. Cheese has block. I'd prefer to give it to my Chaos Men, but they don't have enough SPP. And frankly, it'll be the, well, I got 1 with block. There it is, Mr. Creeley. But first goal with these guys, I'm going to need to do what this guy does and try to spread my points out a little more. The problem with the Chaos Warriors is I really use them to smash people around. Wild Ammo right off the bat, that sucked again. But a 2+, I mean, that sucks. He's a loner, so wasting a reroll. I mean, it's really bad. There, see? Told you. It was the exact same misclick. Almost the exact same thing. And he knocked out. I think that almost happened the first time, too. Like a freaking replay. It was crazy. That really, I mean, it's wasted 2 of my turns, basically, which you gotta be careful of that. Watch where you're clicking. Don't click so fast. And I am out of booze. I am out of booze, so I'm gonna pour myself some more. And unfortunately, this Bacardi Blackheart, it goes really well with the. Oh no, Spam's KO'd. Yeah, that was slick. Pushing me back, pushing him over, and then slamming him in. That was really well. I mean, I would have had Mr. Tibbs over there otherwise if he wouldn't have wild animaled, but it is what it is. So remember that move. I'm definitely going to try to use that if somebody pins it that way. You know, 1, 2, bam. Actually, I do use it on an orc team a little later where we tied, but basically I pushed his guys off the field with my Skaven, which I'm going to start the Skaven series soon, so tune in for that. I already got it named, and I've played a few games. My favorite teams are actually the Skaven and Dark Elves. I like the Dark Elves from the first game because of their cheerleaders. Yes. S&M. Yes. Well, S&M gear. I'm not really into pain. But, or causing pain. But, man, do those S&M gear on the women's look pretty nice. I know they're animated, but screw you. So here I'm putting some depth of field because he can pass. He's a passing team. He can pass and he can run. He's not great at either one, but he's good enough that you want to prepare for it. God, I gotta get myself a 2-liter of Coke next time I'm at the store. There he goes, horns. Another injured player. You know, we're not even past turn 10 yet, and I've injured three of his teammates. He had 12. You know, I basically knocked down a quarter. He manages to pull out a score on this just because I'm a little spread out there. Forces him to really add the resources in to push Mr. Tibbs back. He got did good on all of his blocks. I don't think there was but maybe one, if that, dodge that he missed. He dodged like a pro. There I am. Blocking that. Knocking him down. Boom. Goes the dynamite. Another injury. There it is. 1/4 of his team is down. And push him out of the way. And why am I pushing him out of the way? You know why. Mr. Tibbs, that's why. I like it because he can catch the bolt. He holds the ball carrier down. Dodge. Yeah, he dodges, but I still get a second shot. Unfortunately, just another dodge. Which kind of sucks. I really so need to get him block. I would have had him down if it wasn't for block. There he goes. Bam. Pushing people around. Get him up there to try to make him so he has to get out of 2. It's harder to do that when he dodges out. Wish I could have gone a little further and forced him to go right, where he has no support, rather than left. But I'd have to dodge in and out, and frankly, Chaos isn't built for that. I don't try not to do that unless it's absolutely necessary, and I don't really have a choice, which happens a little later in this game.
Unity is strength.
So there he goes. He pushes back my Beastman over there. Zagnut.
I hope he knows what he's doing.
17% pass chance. Okay? 17%. He made it. But then he dropped it. So, he had to roll a 6 to make that pass without intercepting. I mean, I had a really good chance of intercepting that ball, and didn't make it, which kind of sucked. I would have loved to have done that. This game would have been very different. But you know what? You get what you get with Blood Bowl. It's wild animal again. So many ones, Mr. Tibbs. So many ones. That's 3 wild animals with him this game. That is way above average. Wait, actually, no, that's below average. No, above average. Above average. 18 divided by 6 is 3. But you're only 16 rounds. So he should only wild animal, what, maybe 2 to 3 times a game? It's actually not too bad. Here, I'm trying to push my guys out. Oh, I couldn't knock him down. Knock him down to free my guy up. I'd rather, I mean, just not that good at dodging. I got a 67% chance, but with my luck on these rolls, yeah, not gonna happen. So I figured out enough people spread out there to do it, but I ended up being wrong. He pushed me out. Grab the ball. A lot of what ifs, could have been, stuff like that. Mr. Tibbs would have run over there, this would not have happened. He would have smashed the shit out of somebody. There, 1. Got a good roll on that. Knock me back. Now, because I'm right up against the wall and I want to have this guy possibly later, I do not stand him up. I mean, if I charge with him, I'll stand him up. But I had a lot of other options. Hey, check this out. Push back. Push back. Lame.
This player, the attacker, smells weakness.
Bam. Got him on that one. So I knocked him down. Allowed Mr. Tibbs to run in. He didn't wild animal this time, thank goodness. But he's got dodge. Useful for anybody you're going to use for your catchers. Dodge. And then, loner. I tried. But, 4+. And block. Oh, block. Block was my downfall on this. Yeah, he doesn't have as many as dwarves, considering every goddamn dwarf has block. But, it was enough to stymie Mr. Tibbs, which really, a lot of my strategy depends on having that Minotaur able to just stomp on people. I mean, Mr. Tibbs can't stomp on people. I'm basically wasting my blitz actions on him. Kind of sucks. There he runs down. And these guys are well covered by men. I managed to just push some people around. God damn, fuck's sake. Sticks them out there so I can't just run through. The angle's just all wrong. I tried anyways, because the only chance I had. He was really, he put his strength on in that field. He had almost nobody over here. If I could have stopped him up there or pushed him back some other time, different game. But Blood Bowl is a game of chance. I mean, there is strategy, yes, but a lot of chance. Just get some shitty rolls, and that's all there is to it. That's one thing you want to do whenever you have you're outnumbered heavily like this. Like when I put quarter your team in the injury field, is really just, and I've done this before myself, is you just pile in on one side and try to force it. Try to get through. It doesn't always work so well. Chaos, they're far more of a running team than a passing team. Although I'm trying to turn them into a passing team, I'm not trying to turn them into a passing team. I'm trying to turn them into really a smashing team. They're good at that. With the horns, you can always have a 4 blitz. No matter what, when you blitz, you have at least 4 strength. At least. which is useful. And if I block with that in Juggernaut, you know, all of a sudden, the only thing that stops me is a skull. Only thing that stops me is a skull. But, you get what you get. You know, I knocked him down. Didn't really have much of a chance. He's right there. I just... My guys aren't very movey. There, I mean, you got 6 movement for the Beastman. 5 movements for Chaos Warriors. The humans are all 6, so I mean they're equivalent to a Chaos Warrior, but I mean their blitzers are 7, their alignment are 6, blitzers and catchers are 7s. I don't have anybody with 7 other than the guy that I gave a freaking thing to. So their versatility really won them the game. I mean, and the guy played well. He played well. He did not make many mistakes. I made quite a few, and frankly my rolls sucked on top of that, but I'm not going to blame the rolls. Even though it just sounded like I did, I'm not blaming the rolls. I really had a decent chance once I had knocked out so many of his team members. And,
they simply have a better dog.
I just made a few mistakes. Oh, especially losing almost 2 whole rounds to freaking not paying attention when I clicked properly. That is so important to this game. So important. I mean, I've seen it mess up some other people. So you got to watch out for that. Be very careful with your clicks. The views are a bit off on any. Especially, I mean, look, I have to get it right. If I'm back here, you can barely see that guy. Even up close, it's just like a little flag over my guy's head. It's one problem with having a big guy. Minotaur? Pff, I can't see anybody on the side of him unless I'm like right up in there. Ooh, hey, zoom in. Ooh. Minotaur butt. Minotaur butt. I'm gonna switch views. Let's see. Yeah, it's pretty intimidating. I just am. You know what? I was gonna win. 0-2. He did the smart thing. He's like, I'm gonna put the minimum amount of men I have on the front line, and fuck y'all. I'm in the back because, frankly, he knew what I was gonna do, and that's hurt him as bad as I can. I mean, really, what that comes down to is unless I just push him back, that's 3 downs and a foul. That's all. I might get a pass in, which I tried to do to get some SPP. But that's all I was going to get out of this is some SPP. I mean, I got a lot. I knocked out 4 guys. Yep. Boom. But basically, the game's over. Hell, I just skipped for you guys if in fact you can't skip the last turn. Stunned him. He dodged back. Useful for him. Means I end up having to use a blitz on him later. Knock him down. Boom. Quick pass.
Here comes the last chance pass.
There it is. And unfortunately, I didn't realize that goddamn misnamed character who I fucking fired after this game was there because, god damn it, I'm gonna have my theme. I think I'm gonna name my new guy Spork. I know it's not a food item. It is food related. Spork. But unfortunately, I'm firing this guy and I can't hire no one initially, so I'll be down a little. Not too bad. I'm trying to injure him.
5 gold pieces says he gets kicked.
I should have moved the people around. KO, so I got an SP for that. You get some SP for that. Not much, but you get some. And game over. Heck, with Skaven, if you've got enough, if you get some of the bonuses, man, you can totally run almost from the scrimmage line all the way to the end. It's pretty fucking awesome with a gutter runner. Let's see, we got Mr. Anderson was my MVP. You got Ryan Farron. 1 pass, 1 successful catch, which is nice. I mean, I blocked the shit out of him. He actually didn't. I knocked out one guy, injured 3. Wait a minute. Oh, I guess the foul doesn't count as an injury. Interesting. I didn't realize that. But you know what? I just didn't do well. I got 28 blocks sustained. Yeah, duh. 28 blocks succeeded. 28 blocks sustained. Mr. Anderson got 5. The guy I fired got 1. And there's my Chaos Warriors get 2 each. On the way to getting block. I hope you enjoyed the game. I got more lined up. Watch for the new... Gotta stop doing that. Sound like an idiot. Watch for the new Skaven match. No, there probably aren't too many people watching me right now. I hope that changes. This is a game that can be difficult to get into, and I hope I am entertaining to you, and you enjoy it. Thank you.